What's up, guys? It's Gaz. Welcome to the Warframe video. So today we're going to be going over the Tombfinger primary Kitgun. It's the new one they just added with the Deadlock protocol, and I actually think this might become my new favorite primary, at least for Nova, because I like to blow stuff up with Nova, and this thing, they actually added some functionality to it where the Tombfinger can now actually become like a mini rocket launcher. So that's always fun. So yeah, I will be streaming later today on Twitch. I actually didn't stream yesterday because I was just so tired. So I'm going to try to make sure I get some good sleep before I do the next stream. Maybe some caffeine as well, and then we'll get going. I'm going to start leveling up the Catch Moon, some of these new weapons and stuff like that too. So, oh yeah, I also have not done the Protea quest yet. So all that stuff will be on Twitch. I want to make sure I share that with you guys. But yeah, let's get into it. So, the Tombfinger Kitgun. This is also the maximum crit, maximum damage version. Before I show you how it works, let's just show those parts really fast. The parts are Tremor grip, so it's the slowest firing grip with the highest damage. The chamber is the Tombfinger, and the loader is the Splat. The Splat is higher crit and higher magazine than the opposite of it, or not the opposite of it. The kill stream is the other really high crit one, but that one has faster reload. And we're using Pax Charge, so we don't really care about reload too much. All right, so here's the Tombfinger. With this build, this is how fast you fire with the maximum damage version. And then you can also charge it up. This is the new thing they added for the primary. And it's like basically an AoE blaster. And I really, really like that. It does really good damage. It only takes one ammo out of the magazine when you charge it up and fire it like that. And it does have projectile flight speed, so keep that in mind. But yeah, it's actually really, really effective at clearing out hordes of enemies. So let's spawn these guys at level 50. And I'm just going to show you how this build that we have works out in them. So the build is actually going to have a fire rate mod on it, and you might be like, why are you, if you're going to put a fire rate mod in here, why are you even bothering with the slowest firing grip? And it's because I actually compared so here's the slowest firing grip right here, the build that we currently have, Tremor. If you compared the second slowest one, Steady Slam, it's actually, you're only getting a very tiny amount of extra fire rate, and you lose a good chunk of damage. So I decided I didn't want to end up doing that, so we ended up just putting a fire rate mod on the final build for the Tremor version. I might end up testing out a Steady Slam version in the future, but currently this is definitely working really well. It's really good in Elite Sanctuary Onslaught, and we're running a Corrosive and Crit build. I also have a Viral Hunter build, and this is actually, it can one-shot level 170s, so this thing does have a headshot multiplier, so it can get really good Hunter munitions procs. But yeah, for just normal gameplay, this is totally great. No Riven on here. The Rivens for the Tombfinger are actually really low disposition. This is using the same Rivens as the secondary versions, so you're going to have pretty low stats. And you honestly don't need to run a 90% elemental. 60-60s are totally fine in this thing, and but I just decided I wanted a good chunk of extra damage here. 30% more elemental, scales pretty well. So yeah, let's quickly show it. I don't like heavy caliber on this thing. I'm sure someone will be like, why aren't you using heavy caliber? Heavy caliber does definitely affect the accuracy pretty highly on this. So let's get one. It will definitely one-shot these guys. So she's super dead. Charge shot. I didn't headshot her, so she didn't die to it. But I think we'll be okay. Also keep in mind things like the Sentinel stat sticks. If you put the Vigilante mod on your Sentinel stat stick, it will actually let you get some orange crits with this thing. With a crit chance Riven, you can actually get red crits from Vigilante, but this is the no Riven build currently. So here's level 100. Not going to one-shot them, but definitely chunks them pretty hard. Nice. And this is with no outside buffs. I have no arcanes that would buff the damage currently. I have no fire rate, arcanes, anything like that. So pretty good stuff. No Riven, of course. And this is no Hunter munitions, and this is a Corrosive build. So Corrosive and Viral is a very good combination of elements, and this is one of those weapons that can get that. Really good against armor. Lets you basically take care of both types of armor very, very easily. Bit of a projectile flight speed you need to get used to on this, but I honestly think it's fine. And yeah, you could just spam that. This is the slowest version, too, so let's spawn to level 170s. Alright, and then we're going to do I'll show, it's not going to kill them really fast with the Corrosive build, so we're going to switch the Hunter Munitions build, halfway through, so there you go. This is basically, Brahma levels of AoE spam right now, so definitely enjoy that. I bet the the steady slam version, the slightly faster one, will actually be even more spammy, because why wouldn't it be? Just faster fire rate, you know what I mean? Alright, so yeah, that's no Hunter munitions. Let's kill them, and then we'll try the Hunter munitions build with no Riven. I'm going to show a mission gameplay with a Riven, but yeah. This thing is actually really fun, and I am definitely enjoying it, just because of the AoE potential and the really high damage. So, similar type of build, but we're running a Bane mod for our Hunter munitions slash procs. If you didn't know this, Bane mods make Hunter munitions slash procs do a lot more damage. And we're actually running a dual stat mod to get some more Vibro procs possibly. And it's pretty standard. Vigilante supplies, even though we have infinite ammo from Pax Charge, this is just to give us the Vigilante set bonus to get increased crits. So, let's see if we one-shot them. I like to say it can one-shot them, but it's not like a consistent one-shot. You just basically need to get lucky on some procs on their head. So see, it didn't one-shot her. It didn't proc there either. Alright, she's probably dead. There's your one-shot. Alright, no clickbait here. I like to, like I said, I said you're not gonna always do it, but you definitely can do it. So I mean, I'm really enjoying this thing. I do highly recommend the build I'm using. But like I said, I will probably be doing a faster fire rate one in the future to see maybe if I can drop off vital acceleration off the build. Although, like, I don't think you really need to drop vital acceleration. The damage is fine. But, you know, maybe it could be a little bit more min-maxed. So that's a good slash proc, 22,000. No complaints there. And yeah, like I said, this is really good against hordes of enemies. I'm going to show a quick clip of me leveling it up in Elite Sanctuary Onslaught. Now do keep in mind, I have the Helios equipped here with the Death Machine Rifle for a stat stick, and they're taking double damage from Nova. But the thing is, like, it doesn't require line of sight on the AoE shots, obviously, so you can kill, like, stuff through the wall. And it blows up a bunch of Grenadiers, so that's always a good thing to have in a weapon. So I definitely can highly recommend this build to you. Once again, it is Tremor, the slowest grip, Tombfinger, and then Splat. In the future, I'll probably try out like maybe more of a hybrid one with higher stash chance and a little bit lower crit. So with Point Strike on this build, you actually have 95% crit chance. That's a good amount. Like, you don't really need that much, but it's like almost every bullet's going to crit with no Riven. So that's pretty handy. I'm going to quickly show my Riven build here before we hop into the mission. So yeah, it's really good ESO. I definitely was enjoying myself leveling this thing up. Alright, so with the Riven, you actually can get, like I said, the Riven stats are pretty low, and this is not a great Riven, but my build is actually going to, this is basically a replacement of Vigilante armaments. We get 125% crit chance when everything is said and done. So if we were to run something like Avenger, we get 165% crit chance, and that means Vigilante is going to have a chance to make red crits if we get an orange crit at base. So I'll quickly show that here. Yeah, and then we'll hop into the mission. I'm actually going to use it on Wukong. This is a relatively decent weapon for Wukong. I mean, pretty much every weapon is decent on Wukong, to be honest. But, you know, it was just, I wanted to use it on Wukong and see how it was. Of course, the clone will not charge up the shots, so in that sense, it's not great for Wukong, but, you know. So yeah, does this look good to you? It definitely looks good to me. Let's give them double damage from Nova as well while we're at it. And yeah, expect this to be spammed all over the place in missions from now on. I'll definitely be doing that. I'm having a lot of fun using this. And the damage is definitely pretty high. So this is with no Hunter munitions and a relatively, like, mediocre Riven. Maybe not mediocre. It's an alright Riven, but definitely not the best I've seen. So yeah, pretty good stuff there. Of course, when you have invincibility turned off, it does do a stagger, so that's something you have to keep in mind. Even just like firing at the ground normally without a charge does give you a stagger, and the fully charged one's definitely going to like push you back. So if you have Prime Sure-Footed on your build, it's going to make it so you actually can face tank it. So let's go ahead and put that on here to show what I mean. And then there you go, you can just spam it at your feet. Like, it doesn't even, like, staggers don't even exist. There's no self-damage, obviously, because that's been removed from the game pretty much all places. So let's do a quick mission with Wukong, and we'll talk a little bit more. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the update, or are enjoying checking out the update. If you're on console, it's not out yet. Like I said, I've been trying to avoid spoilers. I didn't play it yesterday. I just basically signed in, saw what the stuff was going on, and then I went to sleep. After I watched the PS5 reveal stream, they're remaking Demon Souls for PS5. That sounds actually kind of fun. So yeah, I was thinking like, should I switch my Pax Arcane to something else that's not Pax Charge? Because like Pax Charge is my go-to. And the way I'm looking at it, like I'm gonna be getting a lot of like AOE explosion kills with this thing, so Pax Seeker is not really what I'm looking to do. And just having infinite ammo never going to actually reload, I found that to be probably the smartest idea. I did try out Pax Seeker a bit, but not really what I was looking to do. Like, you definitely could try it out, and Hunter Munitions with Pax Seeker sounds pretty broken, so I might try that maybe in the future on maybe the Rattle Guts, or possibly the Gaze. It seems like the Rattle Guts is like not any different than the normal one, unlike this thing. This thing, it got an entire new like function where you can like charge it up and shoot it like a bow, sort of. More like an Opticore than a bow, but yeah. Also, to get the explosive shot, you need to fully charge it. It's not like a halfway thing. You have to fully charge it for the explosive shot, and that's pretty much it. Like, it's got base, radiation, and impact. Doesn't have any slash innately. That's why if you want slash, you're going to need to be using Hunter Munitions. As you saw, those Hunter Munitions procs were really deadly. Those one-shots on the Simulacrum were with no Rivens, of course. Like, I showed it with that. Another thing, if you want to put in Prime Cryo rounds here for full maximum damage, you're actually going to need to put a D polarity on here most likely, which is because Prime Cryo rounds takes like 16 points and it's maxed out. So I didn't really want to hard commit to that because I do like running corrosive builds when I'm not running Hunter Munitions. So there you go. So I'm not going to full commit to Prime Cryo. And I wouldn't really recommend that you do it either. And if you really like Viral, like you only run Viral, it will technically give you like higher damage numbers. So, but then again, like I'm running I really do think that dual stat 60/60s are really viable on this thing. And you could even run 2 dual stat 60/60s to save on some Forma. And like it doesn't give you like you get like 10% status chance per dual stat 60/60 mod on here. So with 2 of them, it would be like roughly. Let me just quickly check for you guys. That would be. You also could put on corrosive heat here as well. So with 2 dual stat 60/60 mods, it's going to be 35%. If you were to put on the heat mod, maybe you were taking off vital acceleration because you don't want fire rate, it'd be 44% status chance per shot. So relatively okay for a maximum crit weapon, right? 95% crit chance, 44% status chance. And yeah, this thing, there were not a lot of enemies spawned in this mission, unfortunately, but like I said, guys, it's really good against hordes of enemies. Like, it was so much fun in Elite Sanctuary on, so just blowing up like 5-6 enemies per shot with the charge shot. And on PC at least, the recoil's not really noticeable. They were saying one of the downsides for this high damage grip actually is the increased recoil, but I hardly ever notice recoil on PC. I don't know how it is on with controller on console if you play with controller on PC. I've tried to play with controller on PC a couple times just to see how it was, and I was just not used to it at all, so I ended up switching off like after like an hour or two. So yeah, if you guys have tried this out on PC, you know, I could probably just try it later on stream. You know what? Maybe I'll do like a couple missions on controller, see how that goes. But yeah, I'm going to stream today, and I will be working on new kit guns. I think the next one we're going to do is going to be the, I think it's going to be the Catch Moon. The Catch Moon's going to become fully automatic with the primary version, and, you know, the unfortunate thing about the Catch Moon is it doesn't have headshot multiplier, so the slash procs from Hunter Munitions will be much, much worse than on this thing. But, you know, it's still like an AoE gun, so that's always fun. So, either way, I'll talk to you guys later. See you later on Twitch. Make sure you know, have some fun with the update. Don't feel like you're forced to play it if you don't want to. It's going to be here for a while, so I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.